Hello, everybody. Welcome to the level design class. I'm just getting everything ready. I'm going to hit up everybody on Discord. Hopefully everybody's here. What we're going to be doing today, for anybody watching, everyone hanging out, we're going to play some of the levels being worked on, final projects for my level design course. And while we wait for my students to hop in, just to give a preface, this is so far the Gymnasium assignment is a 1-week project where all of my students are putting together their core mechanic, which is a wide variety of genres. So essentially, this week, what they did is they found a tutorial or a resource to incorporate and code in their mechanic of their chosen gameplay type. So that we could have a test bed or a gymnasium or a little holodeck to test that mechanic out this week. And we just got done with play testing, with student play testing in class, where everybody played each other's level and gave feedback. And then I took volunteers for a few students who wanted their level played live on Twitch, which is a great platform to record gameplay. Pro tip for anybody trying to play games via Zoom: it sucks. The frame rate is horrible. It makes things unplayable. So the nice thing is those students who volunteer, we're able to play test their levels live here on Twitch, get feedback not only from the class who's participating, but anyone else who happens to hop in and wants to participate as well. So that they then have that video to review to get that feedback not only from their professors, but their cohort and perfect strangers. But it also serves as a great tool because I can share that with other students in the class who can get a taste of what other students are working on. Because design doesn't function well in a vacuum. It works through playtesting, feedback, getting eyeballs on those projects. DHutch21 says smash ideas together till something cool happens. Essentially, that's what game developers do. Just smash them together till something coalesces in this perfect new thing that you can then revise and adjust and make the best games ever made. While we're waiting for other students to pop in to sit on my soapbox here, one of the things I love about the level design courses is essentially, while the students are just making a single level with 1 to 2, 3 minutes worth of gameplay, in essence, they are a game designer making an entire small encapsulated game in a blockout version. So it in essence, it's a mini game making class, which is level design, and the accomplishments that a single designer is able to make over a single project always inspires me. It's beautiful because once you get into larger teams, then decisions that are made by voting and democracy and argument. But when you're a single designer, you're able to just focus on your own singular vision, make decisions really quickly, and create something that's all entirely your own, which is a lot of fun to do. So it's kind of like a single indie developer course in a way. We just don't worry about the environment art. We try to avoid the coding so that we can really focus on the space and the interactions that the player has within that level or environment. And that's why this week we had students choose either a set tutorial, preferably with blueprints, or Unity or GameMaker, whatever their chosen platform is. So we could take the coding and the blueprinting and the technical stuff out of the equation so we can focus on the fun part, which is designing space around a player's mechanic or movement. D-Hutch just said, I can't fix this bug. Guess it's a feature now. That's the way it sometimes works, my friend. So let's get started. I think we've got most of the classes here. Like I say, if you created this level as well, and I know some of you have asked me specifics on control schemes, etc., please mention that in the chat. I'm not always able to look at documentation. If you have any comments or feedback, especially questions you just have, we were just chatting about this. When you're playtesting levels, the best approach to take is to ask questions instead of giving directions. Directions tell the player what to read instead of just using the game to give that readability. Cotton Canby said, for my level, you're not supposed to turn the camera, but I haven't removed the functionality yet, so just pretend it's not there. Will do. That's actually good direction to give the player, because that's not something that's intended for the game. But remember, one of the core things, even in the just gymnasium levels, and we'll push even harder next week when we have our first actual level pass, is readability. I always ask, can the player read what they're supposed to do next? Is the mechanic or the functionality readable? It's one of the biggest issues you have, and one of the biggest tool sets that we have as level designers is the readability. For example, hopping in and out of some of the playtests, I noticed some really cool mechanics like hang gliding. But think about how you can make that more readable. So the player was just kind of floating down, but even putting a squash sphere or something above the player when they go into that hang gliding mode, even though it's just block out, gives that visual that they're actually gliding, etc. So readability is just massive. But that being said, we're going to hop right back into playtesting. We have 4 gymnasium levels to playtest today. These are students who asked specifically to have their levels playtested on stream, so we're going to do that. All right, so here we go. So I have just numbered the levels. So if it's your level, just hop in and tell me. This one's entitled Blink 2021. Love the name, which I'm assuming it's keyboard and mouse. Otherwise, let me know if it's controller based. I do have a controller. Here we go. Side scroller action. Okay. So, spoiler alert, I actually watched this being played earlier. So I kind of know a little bit what to do. So I know, so you could even put a little text here that says press shift to do X, right? So I know that if you, oh, that's interesting. So in this one, if you press shift, and this is just me reading it, is the red blocks are recessed while the blue blocks pop out, right? So you're creating platforming via that mechanic. And so now I'm trying to get used to jumping and then pressing shift at the right moment so that I can jump on to the next thing. So kind of some tricky platforming. Platforming puzzles, actually, playing this, it's actually really fun. D Hutch says, I don't know how to do text. So if you just type in the, I forget the name of it, up there in the corner, the same place you build mesh or anything else, just type in text. And it's called Unreal Text. And it's pretty straightforward. It'll create something that just says text on it, and you just type in what you want. Wee Wade says, really interesting mechanic. It is really interesting. What it reminds me of is the the on-off blocks in Mario, the platforms that pop up and down. And oh no, I failed. I waited too long. Okay, so I sit on that platform and wait for it to go across and press the X. So in the Mario one though, every time you jump, the blocks switch. And so to simplify this whole thing and make it extremely readable, I actually thought maybe that's the mechanic you were going to use. I actually think it would be awesome if every time you jumped, it switched. And so removing the shift key and replacing it with the jump. You could test this out. I would actually love to test it out, and I'd be willing to test it out for you. Where's that platform at now? Is it not going to come back? Come on, platform. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, there it is now. Can I just go through this? Okay, I want to get up wherever that platform is supposed to take me, though. But just using the jump would be interesting because I have to jump every time and switch the block. I'm actually okay with the shift key, but I'm not sure what the context is. It's interesting. You don't know when to do it. So the puzzle, I could just sit and toggle those on and off and on and off. So the fun part of the jump thing is you have to really jump at the right moment because every time it jumps, it's going to switch. But something to think about. So the time travel. So D Hutch says it's time travel. I don't really see the time travel other than like what I physically see is these blocks moving forward and back. And that's okay. That maybe time travel was the initial generator for this concept. Fo says platform is too. Is it too low to see? Is it down lower? You're right. Oh my goodness! I just happened to jump on it. See, if this is traveling through time, I don't understand why this platform isn't traveling through time. Oh, I didn't even need to do that. Okay, so the platform was just hanging out. All right. Was there anything over here? Oh, there is more. But wait, there's more. Oh, and this one's moving. Wait, what is... Okay. Is the whole room moving? Interesting. Faust says, I think it was said it's jumping back and forth between present and past. The idea is that you're in a location and jumping between the past and present versions. So my question is for you, D Hutch, is why is one set of blocks recessed and one is pushed forward in past and present? I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm saying it doesn't quite resonate. What you're saying works, but I don't see the connection. The mechanic I think is awesome. If you never told me that there was a time travel, I think that's where I'm getting confused. Because if it's the fact the mechanic in the most simplest form is when you hit shift, certain blocks are disappearing and certain ones are appearing or being moved forward or back, that makes sense to me. But then the wrapper can come later. It's kind of what I'm saying. D Hutch says it's really a work in progress. I think it's a fantastic first pass. Honestly, the mechanic is really fun, and I think you've proven out the puzzle aspect of it, especially with timing some of these jumps. When I look at this one, even standing here in this block, it's kind of fun, that idea that if I had... Oh, see that? Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to reset it. That could kill you, right? So being in the wrong spot at the wrong time, like this... So right now I jump underneath that. So now I know I have to jump and then hit shift, because if I hit shift and that thing pushes me off, it's going to squish me into the bottomless pit and kill me. So it does start to create this risk reward type situation. Like even if right here there was a platform where this red one was and I had to jump up, hit the shift at the right time. Fo says, like, make a medieval town for one side and the same layout for a modern city, but you see the ghost of the other platform. Lots of stuff to riff off of this. I actually love it. And I actually like this idea of being trapped within one of these two. I can't move until I do a certain thing. How can you play around with that, right? You could even some of these shapes could be inverted, and it could be a cup that you would land in. You can't get out of it. And really emergent playthrough that could go through. Okay, very cool. D Hutch, that's fantastic. Hopefully that was some good feedback. I cannot wait to see what how this is adjusted next week. Anyone just popping in, like I said, these are test beds. These are gymnasiums. These are the little practice scenarios for my students to flesh out the core mechanic that they've been given. I didn't assign anybody in this class a specific mechanic, right? Everyone comes in with different levels of coding experience as far as visual scripting goes. So my suggestions to every student is find one online that you can either follow to a T, or if you're confident enough into adjusting it and turning it into something unique, you're welcome to do that as well. I see this as something where tons of possibilities for emergent gameplay at this point. Like you could even have pickups. You select a certain type of pickups, or you hit maybe a ghost of the past, and it then transforms the environment. So there could be a risk reward where you actually want to avoid the switching of the environment up. A lot of really cool thing. Palmerin at EAE, welcome to the party, my friend. If you just hopped in, we are playtesting some gymnasium levels for my level design course, and having a lot of fun. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Level number 2. But not to freak anyone out, but we do have the esteemed director of EAE is in the chat. I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want to call anyone out. But be on your extra special behavior right now. That's all I can say. Okay, here we go. We're going to check out the next one. Dolohan the Headless. Oh my goodness. Like I said, for Palmerin or anyone just hopping in out of the blue, we are playtesting the first pass of the gymnasium level for my level design course, where each of the students chose a mechanic to use as the catalyst for their final project in level design. And we playtested that 4 of our students have asked us to, holy, what the heck? He's got no head. All right, let's move forward. This is awesome. Okay. Love the block out. Like I've mentioned before, any students who want to use asset packs for the characters or enemies, they are more than welcome to do so. The environment, just like the one you see here, should be at a level design. This is not an environment art class. This is a block out class. I like Jones Soda. Promises not to say anything embarrassing. I like Jones Soda. Is actually a friend from high school. One of my favorite people. Press to enter Ghost Vision. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm in Ghost Vision now. What the heck? What if I go out of Ghost Vision now? Okay. Let's go back into Ghost Vision. Because it's awesome. Okay. There is a bottomless pit. There's a bottomless pit. Oh, I can see a block though. Is it disappearing? Am I supposed to jump to that? Wait, let's go out of Ghost Vision. Okay, I feel like I need to get across. This is awesome. This is freaking cool. Okay, I missed it. Okay, I failed. This is where I'm assuming I have to do that. I would say for okay, there's multiple blocks. Are they purposely disappearing? I can't make it again. I would say for a gymnasium, the idea of a gymnasium is to find like the Goldilocks of versions of platforms. This right here is a test bed for the what are those names of those games that are really hard? The Death Souls games. I would love to test out some different size platforms to find the comfortable distance on these jumps. I can see where I'm supposed to go, but oh, there we go. Okay. Ghost Vision, Headless Ted. Okay. Headless Hoolinan. We're going to do this. I'm excited to see what you do with this going forward, but this is awesome. Okay, let's do this. This aesthetic right here is awesome. Okay, we made that one. So these jumps are kind of tough. So I have to jump right at the edge of the next block in order to make it. It's that or I'm just really bad, right? Ah! Souls-like. That's where you go. Beautiful. Okay, here we go. Oh, we made it. We made it. Wii says it's easy. Okay. Woo. Okay, we're doing better. We're doing better. Easy for you, Wii. Okay. Okay. Success. Success. Multiple of the same jumps. We're going to try it again. We're going to try it again. So this feels like the end of the level. What I'm excited about is to see, my question is, I'm excited to see how you use this ghost vision versus the normal vision in the gameplay. Press longer, jump will help. Okay. This is playtesting at its finest. Be prepared for players who are not as good as you. I'm embarrassing myself in front of Palmarian. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Jump. Jump. Another jump. Okay. Press 1 to enter Fire Demon. Oh my goodness. Here we go. What does Fire Demon do? Is there more to the story? What does 3 do? So 1, I have no head. 2 is the ghost vision. Fire Demon. I'm intrigued with Fire Demon. Ha! Wei says the Fire Demon was cut to low budget. So I think going forward, I'm interested to see how these mechanics like correspond. So I think you have the rough start. Like it's interesting being in that the ghost head setting where you see like the ghostly things that you can't see through normal. So now it's time to play with what are the pros and cons. What are the things we can affect when we're in ghost mode, and then what are the negatives? Are there any cons to be in the ghost mode? Maybe you can only be in it for so long, so you have to time your jumps to quickly make it before they disappear, right? So that'll be interesting to see how you put the twist on that mechanic going forward. It looks freaking awesome though. They deactivated the attack as well. It was a combat game. I actually wouldn't mind, like, if you reactivated that sword move, and maybe there are just certain things. You know what? If there were like certain things that you could collect or hit when you're in ghost mode, like some boxes you could bash, ghost boxes, really, to collect like that power while you're platforming to keep the interest going. But overall, the mechanic is really cool. Hopefully you got some good feedback. Hopefully one of the beautiful things about playtesting is ask yourself the question, did Professor play it the way I had intended? Was he not able to understand it? If not, how can I fix the readability to either readjust the gameplay to kind of modify it based off the play tested, or make sure it's readjusted so that it's very understandable. Very awesome job. All right, let's go on to number 3, DC final level. Here we go. All right, Cotton Canby says there's no camera allowed. I can't remember how to move the camera, so I'll try not to. Okay, so with the mouse, right? Oh, so the mouse moves it. Okay, so I won't touch the mouse, right? WSD to move and arrow keys to shoot. Player starts with 100 health. Player shoots 5 shots per second. So, oh, this is cool. Player has no issue going up and down stairs. Okay. For a gymnasium level, I would actually love for you to play around. If you're choosing this kind of isometric angle, what is the perfect angle of stairs? These seem pretty steep to me, but they're understandable. So that's my question is, even though the player has no issues going up and down stairs, like, should they? What is the proper elevation you want to have? I do like how the camera moves up, so you can play with elevation, ascension, and descension throughout the game. The small enemy takes damage and fires in 2 shots. Is this a safe enemy? Okay, cool. Big enemy takes 10 damage and dies. I like it. Okay, so I want to find... What? This is one that moves at me, right? This is pretty cool. This is a nice gymnasium. Enemies have... move at half the player's speed. Okay, so my question, why are they in a box? I love this. I love how they shrink down. You could even put a little effect on it. Interesting. There's no camera allowed. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep my hand off the mouse. Yep. This is a great gymnasium. I'd love to see the interactions with those movements at me to try and hurt me. Just so the player would be safe. Yeah, so it's okay to have them in the safe zone, even have those not move. I think those aren't really as necessary. Maybe even have a red color on those so they stand out a little bit more. The up and down stairs is great, but I think test out like what feels better. Would want a staircase at half the size where you're not ascending so quickly? Would it feel better for the level? Those are some of the questions to kind of ask, especially through this traversal stuff. But all in all, this is a fantastic gymnasium, my friend. This is awesome. Someone said, can you fit under the platform? Good question. I cannot fit under the platform. It kind of looks like I should, right? So that's good feedback too. Oh, there we can. I can block it. This is why you have gymnasiums too, for those exact things. I cannot fit through the platform. Boop. Yeah, Fao says probably need to standardize the tunnel overlapping height. And even here, right, you're telling me enemies have move at half the player speed. So would be interested if you left an opening in here where maybe those enemies weren't active until you entered that trigger box. You could actually now start to test in this gymnasium what does it feel like when certain enemies move even slower a little bit faster, and then maybe really fast enemies. So then you can do a playtest where you have somebody jumping in there, and really quickly you can assess like what is the perfect speed of the enemies, right? So that once again is the whole purpose of the playtest. Is 300 units a second the perfect speed, right? That's where you test it out inside, and have this like somewhere where you can maybe quickly die and respawn at a checkpoint right out, so you can quickly, rapidly test those different enemies and how they behave. But this is awesome. Very cool. Like I said, anybody watching, realize this was a really quick turnaround. This is the first initial step with their final levels for this course, for the final projects. They not only had to create the mechanics, the health bar, all this stuff in blueprints in 1 week, but then also produce a gymnasium to test that out. So the idea with the gymnasium, this is something you'll continue to have off the side to kind of play and test the different features in the game, and then you'll have the level that will be built with it, so you can take the player through an experience of ramping of difficulty, final challenges, etc. All right, let's move on to the next level, LD final. Here we go. All right, Fo says, I believe this will be mine. Okay, current controls: C to jump, space to dash, sprint is shift, look, aim with the mouse, fire is left click. Okay, left click, that feels cool. Okay, so C to jump, that's interesting. So quick question, and this is just fine. Why not space to jump and C to dash? Just out of curiosity. Only because there's this, people are usually taught that spacebar jumps. So single jump, here we go. So you've established the single jump and double jump heights. I think this is here where you could practice maybe some different platform widths as you jump up on those. What feels good jumping from platform to platform. Even on some of these single jump platforms, can place some of those out if it's a platforming game, so you could jump onto some of those. Fo says controls are based currently on personal preference, but they're planning on changing it. Oh, that's a double jump. Oh, you can double jump. Okay. Basic collection. I love it. I love it. There's my double jump. Checkpoint. Some kind of indicator on that checkpoint, whether it would light up or change colors, would be cool. Just speaking out loud. And so let's try jumping and dashing here. Having a sound effect on the dash, so it's like phew or something, would be really cool as well. Okay, what is the purple thing? Just trying to shoot it. That's a collectible. Oh, the mouse wheel for zoom. Oh, that's cool. I like it. I like it. So that's something you could say, and then you could actually choose like the perfect distance for that too. So that's a single jump. Let's try it. Single jump, nice. Double jump. Oh, so that was from here. Oh, okay. So double jump. Here we go. This is nice. Let's try the double jump and dash. Oh, double jump dash. So let's try a single jump and dash. Nope. Oh. How many times can I dash? I lost my dash. Oh, there's an enemy. A frenemy. Got him. Oh, sprint and jump. Okay. Lot of keys here. Making UI elements, that'd be cool. This is great. So this is a great little gymnasium to kind of test out these. Oh, this is nice. These pathways and how they feel. Can I go underneath? I can indeed. I can indeed. I would love the idea of how to really make this jump and dash like effective. It feels right now like you have a lot of things going on. So the question is, are you trying to bring too many like controls and abilities into play with one level? Stand on one behind you now. Can I make it over to this block over here? I'm going to try. So C. So if I hold shift, run. Yeah, buddy. Oh, nice. I made it. I'm a pro. By the black billboard? Okay. This thing over here. Spawn more enemies. Sweet. Okay. This is the fun part about gymnasiums, is I can do stuff like this. What if I just stand on it? Will they just keep coming in? No. I want to fight. I want a battle. Oh, whoa. So they're proximity based. Let's do this. Let's do this. Can they get down off this? Oh, did they kill me? You rude dudes. This is awesome. What? What? Whoa, no, 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 no. Here they come, here they come. Here they come. Oh, whoa. I avoided them. Look at that. The platform turns into aggro. Here they come. Okay, so I'm totally mixing up so I'm telling you, this is just my bias, is I really want the jump to be on spacebar. Here they come. Okay, ready? Let's run up here. Are they all, oh, there they are. Oh, snap. They pushed me off. Oh, they got me. Where are they now? Oh, oh. I almost feel like I could lean him off a pit and maybe get rid of them all. This is really cool. This is part of the fun parts of a gymnasium, is you can just do all sorts of weird things. So I would say for anyone building their gymnasium this week, try to create these experiences where you can mash up some of these concepts. I'm actually having really fun jumping around these stairs, having these players, these characters chase me. So if you notice, because the cool part is once you've introduced these vertical elements, they have to follow me up, either up or down, right? So even there, you can see some were coming at me at the side. I can now jump off, but the beautiful part is those characters can no longer jump. So I find the mechanics that I really enjoy using is just the jump and the run. The shooting is cool, but for mobs like this, like how can I now find a platforming puzzle to like kind of dispatch of all these? So that's really good feedback, Cotton Canby. This is a really cool start though. So for anybody watching that, those are the 4 volunteers we had to actually show their levels on Twitch, which is no small feat. It's never easy showing a creative project that you've just started, kind of expressing that publicly. But I think the benefit for everybody is huge. The fact that you're able to get in there, test it out, get some feedback, see how other people respond. That is where you really accelerate the design process, especially when it comes to games. To really push on those ideas, to make sure they're either valid or maybe they didn't have the impact that I wanted them to, and how do I want to either reinforce that to make it more readable to the player, or adjust it and feel free to kind of cut some of the features. Also should adjust their aggro radius, since you don't really get a chance to see their patrol behavior. Really cool level though. All right, for my class, these are all the levels we're going to play on Twitch right now. We're going to head on over to the private Zoom channel of our course. We've got some one-on-ones for the rest of the class. So for those of you who want to meet with me on Zoom for the one-on-ones, hop back into the Zoom class. For anyone else, continue to work on your levels. We'll be playing them again on Wednesday of next week. We'll be doing playtesting and then doing the Twitch gameplay feedback again, just like we did today. All right, for anyone else watching, have a fantastic rest of the week.